There's a story that many of us hold that is making the healing more like suffering. What's that story? It's a story that I held very, very deeply within me for many years. This belief, this story that healing had to be intense, that it had to be full of suffering, that if it didn't hurt, then it wasn't healing. This expectation that it had to reflect this place of suffering in order to reveal something equally good on the other side. Almost this expectation that the intensity of the healing would reflect the intensity of the joy that comes after. There are so many stories and so many messages going around right now that healing has to be so intense, so struggle filled, so hard. And while this is going to be one of the hardest things you'll ever have to do in your life to heal from debilitating chronic illness, from trauma, from patterns of protections and stories of survival, while that is hard and we acknowledge that and we understand that, while we know that it will be filled with discomfort. Sensations will be there. Thoughts will be there. You will have days where you want to give up, where you want to throw in the towel, where you feel hopeless, helpless, defeated, where you're going to feel frantic and want to search for something else and think that you don't have enough. And it's all part of the journey. It's all normal. It's all human. But if you are holding on to this story, that it needs to hurt with such intensity, that it needs to feel like punishment, like suffering, that if you don't feel that intensity of the healing, then you're not really healing. If you're holding on to that story, I'm here to propose a new one to you. What if healing could be softer? What if healing could be grace-filled? What if healing could be slowness and tenderness and compassion? What if healing was filled with mercy? What if it didn't have to feel like punishment? What if we didn't have to add suffering to the suffering? What if we could weave in safety and peace throughout all of it? What if it didn't have to be so freaking intense? What if? What if? So if you're here on this healing journey with me and you're holding on to this expectation, this story that is governing your healing, that it needs to be intense, that it needs to hurt. If you're expecting it to hurt so much, then you might be adding suffering to your suffering. And I'm here to invite you as you step into this new year to allow the sensations, allow the discomfort, allow the stories, the parts, whatever's there. Don't judge it. Allow it to be there. But also allow softness, allow grace, allow his mercies, allow tenderness, allow compassion, allow the story to change, allow healing to look different. Let me know what you thought. How did that feel for you?